Imagine a being so courageous he could leap across oceans in a single bound. A warrior so strong he could hoist entire mountains on his shoulders. Yet beneath that might, he carries a heart filled with utter devotion and humility. This is Hanuman, the legendary monkey god from the epic Ramayana, a figure whose tales have ignited imaginations for centuries, from quiet village temples to towering city shrines. But why does Hanuman matter to us today? Because beneath the mythic feats and divine blessings lies a blueprint for self-confidence that is surprisingly relevant to our modern struggles. In his adventures, we see reflections of our own doubts, feeling powerless, forgetting our strengths, and grappling with those moments when our inner voice whispers, "You can't do it." By decoding Hanuman's story and blending it with a broad perspective on personal growth, we may uncover tools for transcending fear and stepping into our full potential. To truly appreciate what Hanuman represents, we need to begin at his origin. Born to Anjana and Kesari, with the wind god Vayu's blessings, he arrived in this world gifted with immeasurable strength, extraordinary speed, and a heart brimming with devotion. In a famous story from his childhood, baby Hanuman sees the sun, mistakes it for a ripe fruit, and leaps into the sky to grab it. Fearless and unstoppable. Alarmed by his audacity, the gods cast a curse of forgetfulness on him, veiling his powers until the right moment calls them forth. This curse symbolizes a familiar human predicament. Many of us overlook our own abilities. We may have hidden talents or massive potential lying dormant, awaiting only the right spark or reminder to awaken. It's as if we've turned off certain lights in our mind, not realizing the bright capacity that's still there, only a flick of a switch away. Keeping this concept of forgotten strength in mind will be crucial as we follow Hanuman's journey further. The Ramayana revolves around Prince Rama, an avatar of the god Vishnu, whose wife Sita is kidnapped by the fearsome demon king Ravana. Determined to rescue her, Rama gathers allies from the Vanara kingdom, chief among them being Hanuman. Yet Hanuman isn't merely a loyal soldier, he is the embodiment of bhakti, a devotion so profound it eradicates hesitation in the face of danger. From a broader perspective, devotion to something greater than ourselves can ignite a powerful form of confidence. When our motivation hinges on ego, seeking personal glory, every failure can crush us. However, if we dedicate ourselves to a higher calling, we tap into a well of resilience that can withstand even daunting setbacks. One might say that Hanuman's heart, fixed on Rama's righteous cause, fuels his boundless courage. We see this vividly when Rama tasks Hanuman with finding Sita in Lanka. Hanuman stands on the ocean shore, overwhelmed by the distance he must cross. He hesitates, momentarily daunted, but at the urging of the wise bear Jambavan, he recalls the magnificence of his own potential. That realization triggers a surge of confidence so vast, he literally expands in size, launching himself across the sea in a single breathtaking leap. Many of us, too, hover on the edge of our own metaphorical oceans, unsure if we can cross. Often all it takes is one reminder, external or internal, to awaken that capacity we've tucked away. With such epic power at his disposal, one might expect Hanuman to become arrogant. Instead, he embodies humility at every turn. Throughout the Ramayana, he is shown kneeling before Rama, or in a famous image, ripping open his chest to reveal Rama and Sita enthroned in his heart. These gestures speak not to self-abasement, but to a profound understanding that power is meant to serve beyond the self. Confidence can flourish when it's rooted in genuine humility, an awareness that we are vessels for a greater purpose. Rather than cowering or downplaying his abilities, Hanuman wholeheartedly accepts his gifts while attributing them to his devoted service. This synergy of humility and strength fosters a self-esteem that isn't swayed by external validation or torn down by criticism. He remains steady, focused, and motivated by love rather than vanity. For everyday life, the takeaway is clear. Recognizing our abilities doesn't have to morph into bragging or self-importance. When you ground your confidence in values like compassion, integrity, or service, you develop a resilience that glides right past the temptations of ego. This is confidence with a conscience, precisely the balance Hanuman demonstrates. At the core of Hanuman's might lies devotion to Rama, a steadfast dedication that emboldens him to overcome obstacles most would deem impossible. While this devotion is often seen in a spiritual light, we can also interpret it more broadly as commitment to a mission or ideal that transcends personal gain. When we pour ourselves into a heartfelt cause, whether it is defending our family, advancing a humanitarian effort, or pursuing a moral vision, our priorities shift. Fear of failure shrinks compared to the significance of the calling. Our energy, creativity, and courage expand because we are not just striving for ourselves. Hanuman embodies this attitude seamlessly. At every juncture, he asks, "How can I serve Rama's quest?" That guiding question unlocks levels of stamina and fortitude unimaginable under shallow motivations. Moreover, there is an element of total immersion in his efforts, reminiscent of being in the zone. Modern discussions of flow often highlight how merging skill with a meaningful challenge can produce peak performance. Hanuman's leaps, battles, and tireless searches shows the same principle. A clear goal, combined with unwavering purpose, can be a catalyst for feats that defy our usual limitations. Few figures in world mythology boast such a heroic resume as Hanuman, from leaping across vast seas to carrying whole mountains when a healing herb is needed. He seems to redefine the boundaries of possibility. These impossibly grand moments aren't just spectacle, they remind us that true commitment fueled by devotion can shatter conventional limits. In countless heroic narratives, the protagonist steps beyond the known world, confronts harrowing trials, and emerges transformed. Hanuman's story encapsulates that universal blueprint for growth. Whether he is lifting mountains or fearlessly infiltrating a demon stronghold, his actions symbolize our innate capacity to rise to extreme challenges when circumstances demand it. There is a message of altruism as well. He doesn't deploy his gifts for self-aggrandizement, but to uphold righteousness and protect those who rely on him. For our everyday lives, these feats can serve as metaphors for overcoming personal mountains, a daunting career pivot, a major health challenge, or the pursuit of an elusive dream. With unwavering dedication and a clear sense of purpose, boundaries we once believed unbreakable may suddenly fall away. As we contemplate Hanuman's story, certain ideas about personal transformation naturally come into focus. One is the notion that each of us carries untapped reservoirs of talent and motivation reminiscent of Hanuman's own powers, temporarily hidden yet always there. This process of reclaiming our capacities can feel like piecing together parts of ourselves we'd lost sight of, resulting in a sense of renewed wholeness and possibility. Another theme involved recognizing how strongly our perceptions influence our actions. Much like Jambavan's reminder spurred Hanuman to recall his potential, a simple shift in self-perception can free us from limiting thoughts and trigger bold new behavior. The moment we replace that internal monologue of self-doubt with a more constructive, faithful view of our abilities, we widen the horizon of what we believe we can accomplish. A further layer of this narrative highlights the idea of reaching beyond mere survival or comfort to seek a purpose that resonates at a deeper level. Whenever we funnel our energy into something that feels profoundly worthwhile, something larger than our day-to-day concerns, we activate stores of courage and resolve we might never otherwise tap. Hanuman's devout focus on Rama's quest shows how powerful this alignment can be, turning an already strong individual into a force of nature. Lastly, there is the reminder that immersing ourselves wholeheartedly in a meaningful pursuit can quiet the usual fears and distractions. We see Hanuman fully absorbed in his mission, leaving little room for hesitation or second guessing. When we engage with our own endeavors in this manner, fully present, committed, and guided by a clear objective, we inch closer to the kind of unshakable confidence that underpins Hanuman's legendary feats. By weaving these interconnected insights into our own lives, we begin to embody the steady assurance he represents. It's time to translate this epic saga into something you can apply right now. While each person's journey will be different, Hanuman's experiences point to a few practical approaches. First, identify a calling that transcends mere self-interest. Maybe it's a humanitarian cause, your family's well-being, or a creative mission you genuinely believe will uplift others. This deeper motivation keeps you going when obstacles appear. Second, cultivate a sense of humility paired with self-belief. Recognize your abilities without inflating your ego. Embrace the idea that acknowledging your strength doesn't mean overshadowing or dismissing others. True confidence can coexist with kindness and respect. Third, begin taking tangible steps forward, even if they seem small at first. Each small success can strengthen your conviction that you're capable of more. Hanuman's monumental leap emerged from the realization of existing power. Let small victories remind you of your own capacity. Fourth, surround yourself with supportive reminders of what you can do. It could be friends who've seen you at your best, a mentor figure, or your own reflective practice. Just as Jambavan played crucial role of awakening Hanuman's memory, sometimes we need external nudge or a daily habit of self-affirmation to break free from limiting beliefs. Hanuman's legend, spanning from a mischievous child god to a champion of the Ramayana, resonates across ages because it speaks to a universal truth. Hidden within each of us lies the power to overcome trials that initially appear insurmountable. Even when we forget how strong we truly are, the spark of potential never fully dies. It waits, ready to burst into flames when stoked by purpose, encouragement, and self-awareness. Just as importantly, Hanuman shows us how confidence doesn't have to mean ego or self-glorification. His might serves something far beyond his glory. He fights for love, justice, and duty, carrying enormous burdens, literally and metaphorically, with a heart still devoted and humble. It is a balance we can learn from. A commitment to the greater good can magnify our abilities, while humility keeps us grounded and compassionate. So if you stand before your own challenges, feeling that ocean's edge loom large, remember Hanuman's moment of doubt followed by his instantaneous exhilarating leap. Recall the curse of forgetfulness that echoes our own self-imposed limitations, and let it remind you that perhaps you too hold within you the strength to soar well beyond what you once believed possible. Thank you for joining me in exploring Hanuman's timeless wisdom. If you found value in this journey, consider sharing the video or subscribing for more discussions on ancient insights and modern self-development. May the spirit of Hanuman guide you to unlock your hidden power and face life's obstacles with unwavering confidence and a gentle heart.